Hello, it's Mr. K again. Welcome to Puzzle Cube Creation and Assembly in Inventor. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this really fast. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but it will be available for you to start and stop and relook at. So I'm going to start with a part, and I'm going to try to draw this blue part here, even though I've already got it once. I'm going to start with part. And we're going to wait for it to open. Yes, that's okay. I know it's not in the right spot. All right. Start a 2D sketch. I'm going to choose the XY plane. I'm going to do a rectangle. I'm going to start with a rectangle, and it's going to be 2.25 wide. I'm going to hit tab, and it's going to be 1.5 tall. Hit enter, you can't see it. I'm going to center tap my mouse button, and now I can. And now I need to cut out the center section at the bottom. I'm going to do another rectangle. I don't want it to be on this green dot. I need it to be over to the side a little bit. If you look at the little arrow underneath my mouse here, the arrow is pointing at a red line. That means I'm on the red line. And I'm going to draw my rectangle. 0.75, tab, 0.75, enter. You'll notice that these lines are green and these are purple. The purple ones are locked in and they're good. The green ones are not dimensioned. So I'm going to come up here and choose dimension. I'm going to choose my green line. I'm going to come over and hit the other purple line, and it will tell me the distance between. I need to click it down, and I'm going to type in 0.75. And now it's locked in. They're all purple, and I'm ready to go. Finish sketch. Double tap my center mouse button, extrude. I'm going to choose this surface. I want it to be 0.75, enter, and now I need to put another rectangle on this side here. Start a new sketch on this surface, double tap my center mouse button, rectangle, green is good. Type in my numbers, 0.75, tab, 0.75, enter. There's my rectangle, finish sketch, extrude. It remembers, it's the only shape I've got. It remembers the distance from before. I'm going to say okay. Now I'm going to color it. I'm going to choose extrusion number 1, extrusion number 2. I'm going to choose my color and say okay. Double tap my center mouse button, and there it is. It's finished. If you hold down the shift key and hold down the center mouse button, you can now rotate it around so you can see what you're looking at. When it gets all wonky and you can't figure out where you are anymore, come back and hit the home button, and it'll spin it back around. Make sure you save it. I'm not going to. And now we're going to look at how do you assemble your cube. And I'm going to come down. Okay, so now we're going to start our assembly. I'm going to click on assembly. Yeah, I know it's not there. Oh, look, I hit it too many times. Let me go back into this assembly. And when yours first comes up, it's going to say place from content center. We don't want to use place from content center. We want to use place. So we're going to have to change it to place. And then you're going to go in and choose the shapes that you've created. So I'm going to start with this first one, the one I created a minute ago. It's super big, but as soon as you click it down, it'll move it so that it's facing the right direction. Now I could go through and click multiple of them, click, 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 and it would put them out there. I don't need to do that, so I'm going to right click, OK, and it's my first piece. This first piece has been a bad boy, and we need to ground him. So I'm going to right click on the picture, and I'm going to come down here and choose ground. And what that means, now that I put my mouse on it, you can see it's got a little pin, and it's held in place, and it can't be moved. When I click on it and try to drag it around, it can't be moved. I'm going to take the next one. I'm going to go place, and I'm going to grab the next piece. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to say OK, open it. And I'm going to click him down, click. I could put another one, but I'm not going to do that. Right click OK. And now when I grab this one, I can move him around. And so now I need to take this one and attach it to the existing one. So I'm going to use constrain. Constrain means like tie it up. I can constrain mate, which puts two sides face to face, or I can use flush, which puts two sides side by side. I don't need to flip this guy around. What I'm going to do, let me move this out of the way. Mate, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to choose this surface. I'm going to click on it. It's now chosen that first surface. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to choose the other one. And you'll watch this guy will flip over so that this surface is touching here. When I flip it, when I click it, and it pops into place. Now, it's not facing the right direction, but I don't care about that right now. I'm going to hit apply. And if I hit cancel now, what I can do is I can drag it around, but it's all attached right here at this surface. It's only letting me, I can't move it up and down. I can only move it side to side. Let me click home again. And now I'm going to turn it so that this is facing this direction. So I'm going to go constrain again. And this time I'm going to do flush. And I'm going to flush this surface and this surface. And it'll turn it once again. Flush, and it turned it again. I'm going to say apply. I'm going to hit cancel because I need to turn it around. You don't have to hit cancel between each one. And now this last one, if I line it up, you can see that it's flush over here, and we're lined up in between here and here. But when I turn it one more time, you can see I can pull it off of here. So back to home. Oh, no, I want to turn it around. And I could use the shift and the center mouse button, and it will let me rotate it around. And so now I can kind of see where I want to be. Constrain. I'm going to use flush, and I'm going to click here and here, and it pops into place. You hear the pop. And I'm going to hit apply. Cancel. So now I'm lined up all the way around. It's all lined up. We come back in. I'm going to grab my next piece, which is orange, because I wanted to play with the name. And here's this guy. I'm going to click him down, click, right click, OK. And now I need to figure out where this guy goes. And so what you want to do is you want to sit there and just play with them and figure out where each one of them goes in your assembly and get them all lined up where they need to be. This one goes down at the bottom down here. So I might want to flip it so that I can see the bottom. I'm going to go through and I'm going to say constrain. I know that this bottom and this bottom need to be not mate. That's a mistake. But if I click here, it'll flip it over so that they're flush with each other. Apply. It's facing the wrong direction. That doesn't work, but I don't want to have to move it. I'm going to turn this one and have it come flush out to here. So I'm going to keep with flush, click, and then choose this surface, and it flips it around one more time. Apply, and then I'm going to choose this one and flush that, and hit apply. Hit cancel. And what you're doing is each time you're constraining it in 3 different directions. I constrain the bottom, I constrain the right side, and then I constrain the left side. So I've constrained it in 3 different directions. And you're going to do that with each piece that you put in. You just continue until it's all assembled. And that's where you're at. Oop. Need to bring another piece back in first. And of course I did it wrong. This is what it really should look like. I should have started with the purple guy. Part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Completely assembled. Shift key, middle mouse button, lets you rotate it around and see what it should really look like assembled. Good luck!